Hello all of you. We start with the next session where we are now going to handle one mechanism which has got let us say more number of links and say this is the input that is given omega of P, Q related to P, that is omega 2 is given. See, there is a mechanism like this, P, Q, R, S. This is a mechanism. Link 1 fixed, link 2, link 3, link 4. Link 3 is expanded. So the shape of the link 3 is like this. There is one point M here and then M is connected to N point, which is a slider. Now this slider is going to perform vertical, say sliding motion along the vertical line. Now all the dimensions of different links are given. P, Q, Q, R, R, S, everything is given, so that with this data you will be able to draw the linkage diagram. And after the linkage diagram is drawn, it is said that angular velocity of link 2, which is same as omega of Q relative to P. So that is given as 10 radians per second. So with this data, we are asked to find out so many different parameters by the velocity polygon method. So what we do here is, we are going to start with our usual equation, usual formula. And with that formula, we are now going to start one by one. So first let us consider link number 2. Let us consider link number 2, and in this link number 2 we write velocity of unknown point Q is equal to velocity of point which you know, velocity of P we know, plus velocity of Q relative to P. Velocity of Q relative to P. So this is the usual equation we are done. Remember, this is a vector equation. These numerical values you will not be able to add. In this case this is 0, so there is no problem, but otherwise this is not to be added. Now Vp is 0 and Vq relative to P is length Qp into angular velocity of Q with respect to P. This is known. This value is known. Velocity of Q with respect to P, it will come like this. Perpendicular. So we have found out, let us say this. We have found out 1. Now let us go to the next link, that is link 3. For link number 3, now here we write this link, so velocity of say R, any point on the link equal to velocity of a known point, velocity of Q, because we have found it just now. Velocity of R, I'll write it in fact like this, is equal to velocity of Q plus velocity of R with respect to Q. Now when we don't write anything, that is the meaning is the fixed point, so it is P. But then we don't write the fixed point line. So velocity of R means velocity of R with respect to P is equal to velocity of Q with respect to P plus velocity of R with respect to Q. So here this is already known, and this is given by is equal to length RQ into omega of R with respect to Q. R into omega. Now you will know that magnitude we don't know. We don't know magnitude. Direction is perpendicular to the link RQ. See, you will find we are doing everything same as last time. Maybe the point names are different, but we are going by the same way. So velocity this, we don't know by magnitude because we don't know angular velocity. But then that's why magnitude is not known. Direction is perpendicular to QR. So on this line, either like this or like this, it will be velocity of R with respect to Q. One of the two. This is drawn perpendicular. Okay, so we have done this much, and now what we say, nothing more can be done from this. So now let us go to the next link, that is link 4. So consider link 4 now. Now for this link number 4, what we write is velocity of any point is equal to velocity of the known point S plus velocity of r with respect to S. R with respect to S. Now again velocity of S is 0 like this, and velocity of r with respect to S is given by length Rs into omega of r with respect to S. So here again same thing like this, magnitude we don't know because the angular velocity we don't know. This we don't know. But the direction we know, it is perpendicular to the link Rs. It means velocity of r with respect to S is perpendicular to Rs. So we draw a line here like this. So on this line, velocity of Rs will be there. But then we right now don't know which is correct, whether this is correct or this is correct. So we have to write only up to this much. So at this stage you will find that we cannot go beyond this point. So here we take help of the polygon, velocity polygon. So now what I'll do is you write down this much properly. As such the space is very less. So I will draw the polygon in this space by erasing this, so that the write-up will continue here and the polygon will be drawn here. So note this properly because I am going to erase this. Okay. Okay. So now we will see. First we will try to draw say this vector, velocity of q with respect to p. You will find p and s, they are the fixed points. So maybe I will mark here. In fact, this is a velocity polygon. So set some scale here, suitable scale as per the magnitude what you get here. And then we start with the first vector which we fully know, this. So we start with one point, call this point as P and S. Remember the lettering is very important. These are small letters, P and S. Capital letters are written here, they are written here. Small letters are denoted in the polygon. So this vector, velocity of q with respect to P, will be this vector starting from the fixed point P, and this vector I am drawing here like this, so that the other point is going to be Q, and this is vector Q with respect to P with the head at Q and the tail at P. So this vector fully known, we are drawn like this. Then the second part here, it says the magnitude of velocity of r with respect to Q. Here, this we don't know by magnitude, but we know it by direction. So we now draw a line like this for r with respect to q. So this line will pass from q. So I am drawing a line like this as a light line because it is a construction line. So this line is drawn, is let's say perpendicular to QR. It is drawn perpendicular to QR. So on this line, Q is here, R will lie somewhere here. So this much part is over. Now consider link 4, we have written the equation, and now we are going to show velocity of R with respect to S, which we have already found out perpendicular to RS. So this line is going to be perpendicular to RS. So out of that S is here, so this vector R with respect to S has got its tail at S, and head will be, we will get the head after you draw the line. So let me draw the line like this from this point. This is drawn perpendicular to RS. So these notations you have to write, perpendicular to RS, perpendicular to QR. How you have drawn the line, that you have to mention. Now since R is lying on this line and R is also lying on this line, so we call this point as R. And once this is done, this vector is final. This is the velocity of R with respect to S, which we wanted to find out. It is here. And the other vector, velocity of R with respect to Q, is this vector. Velocity of R with respect to Q. So these vectors which we were not knowing, they are now obtained. I'll maybe underline this. This was the one which was not known to us by their magnitudes. But now we are getting them directly after we draw the polygon, so maybe you write here, from polygon you get the values. We write velocity of r with respect to s is equal to this, and velocity of r with respect to q is equal to this much, meters per second or millimeters per second, whatever the unit. So we got the values of these two vectors, and we will also come to know by this that the direction, I'll write here, from this equation, we have got this value directly, but this was earlier not known. Now because these two things are known, we can find out this. So velocity of angular velocity of r with respect to omega is velocity upon distance. So velocity of r with respect to q upon the length rq. And you can get this in radians per second. Now once you get this, you have to also write the direction. See, angular velocities you have to write by direction also. Magnitude is this, and direction either clockwise or anti-clockwise. Now how do you get the direction of this? For that, this vector you have to draw. What is this vector? R with respect to q. So this vector we draw like this here. So this is not correct. This is the one which is correct. So the velocity of r with respect to q, this vector is here. And what it means, if you are looking at point r from q, and when r is going like this, which means that it has got a clockwise motion. So angular velocity of r with respect to q is clockwise. Okay, now the next is this angular velocity, which we were not knowing. Now we can show that what it is. So we say that angular velocity of r with respect to s is linear velocity upon length rs. Now everything is known, so that you can find out the answer in radians per second. And the direction of this vector is, this vector we have to show here. So it will be like this. So this is not correct, this is correct. Velocity of r with respect to s, and that shows it is clockwise. So this is clockwise. So we have got this one. In fact, you will see up to this much, the problem is solved, SL problem is solved, and this is exactly what we have done as first problem. But now here the problem is having some more links, some more velocities are asked. So for getting them, what we will first see is link number 3 is expanded like this. The shape of the link number 3 is like this. So it has got point M. So we have to mark point M over there. Okay. So which we will do, and for that, what we have to do is we have to find out the proportion Q to M and R to M, and the order is Q M R. So Q M R, this is the order. So M will come on this side. I'll just take this out and write this here inside. So when you expand this link and draw it here, by proportion you get the point like this by crossing. This is the way you will get point M. Small m it is. You got point M there. And this is the polygon. This is the expanded link represented in the polygon. So velocity of M, if you want to find out with respect to Q, this line is the vector. Velocity of M with respect to P, join this to this. This line will be the vector representing velocity of M with respect to P. M here, P here, small letter. So like that we can find out the other velocities, whatever are asked. In the given problem, we are asked to find out the velocity of M and angular velocity of this link, like this. So we'll continue further, write down, then I just erase this and we'll write here. Okay, so now let us go further. So to draw expanded link, in polygon. In fact, it's not link exactly, but the shape corresponding to the expanded link. So for this we have made use of the proportion. So MQ upon small m small q. So So this proportion will be same as the initial proportion, that means QR upon the QR here, and this is same as MR upon small mr, this one. So with this you can find out point M. So we are right here, find point M. So we have found out point M by this method, which we already discussed last time. So after knowing this, you can find out different velocities because of getting the point M. So velocity of M with respect to P is known. Velocity of M with respect to Q is known. Velocity of M with respect to R is also known. And then the angular velocity of maybe M with respect to Q, that also you will be able to find out, because the length, velocity is known, length is known. So all the such things you can find out. Now having done this, now let us go to, that means all the points on this link, now you know the velocity. Absolute velocity. Absolute means with respect to this point. So now you can consider link 5. So now already here consider link 5. Consider link 5 now. So we write the usual equation, velocity of unknown point, which is the unknown point N, is equal to velocity of known point. Now M we know. Velocity of M plus velocity of N with respect to M. And then the vectors. Velocity of N with respect to M. So when you write this, now like last time, we'll have to write something similar. I'll write here. Velocity of N with respect to M is, N with respect to M is length Nm multiplied by angular velocity of N with respect to M. Now out of that, this is not known, so magnitude we don't know. Direction is perpendicular to Nm. Perpendicular to Nm like this. So that velocity vector, when you draw, it will come like this. Velocity of N with respect to M. Okay, so we have to write only this much. Beyond this we cannot solve unless we go to polygon. So only this much. Now let us consider the link, next link, that is, consider link number 6 now. I'll write here. Consider this slider, that is link number 6. Now for slider we will not be able to write this kind of equation, because velocity of any point equal to velocity of known point, suppose you write, then these 2 points, both of them are on slider and it is having only one type of motion. So this kind of equation is not possible to write. So what we will write for slider is velocity of N. What we want to know is velocity of N. With respect to which point? With respect to fixed point. So we don't write anything, which is same as N with respect to P. Now this is given by what? Magnitude we don't know. So at the moment we can't write anything. Magnitude we don't know. And the direction is parallel to path. Path of N. So how N is moving? N is moving vertical. So direction is going to be perpendicular. Velocity of N with respect to P is going to be like this, along this line, which we have written. So now there are 2 things available in the direction form. This is one. This is one available in the direction form, and this is the one which is available in the direction form. So by making use of these 2 things, we can go to polygon and draw these 2 things, 2 directions, and that will give you what we want. So let us first draw this, a line perpendicular to NM from point M. So what is this? Velocity of N with respect to M, which is going to be like this. So we draw a line like this from this point. So I'll draw a line like this from M. So this line is drawn. I'll write here. perpendicular to NM. This line is drawn perpendicular to NM, on which point N is going to lie. Now the next thing is we are going to draw a line along the direction of N, which is like this. From which point? It is with respect to P. So from P here we have to draw a vertical line. So that when we draw, we'll draw it like this, parallel to path. This is this and this is this. So we have drawn two lines so that the intersection is now going to be our point in what we want, and as a result this is final now. So what we were not knowing, velocity of N with respect to P, this is N, this is P. So this is the vector what we wanted, velocity of N with respect to P. And this vector also what we wanted, N with respect to M. N is here, M is here. So N with respect to M will have arrow or the head at N, tail at M. So this vector is velocity of N with respect to M. So both the vectors which we were not knowing by their magnitude, they are now available. This is available now, and now this is available directly by the polygon. This is this one and this is this one. So both the vectors are available. So now you can say from polygon, velocity of N with respect to M is this much, and velocity of N with respect to P is this much in millimeters per second. So having known the velocities, now you can find out the angular velocity. So what is going to be angular velocity? I'll write here. Angular velocity of N with respect to M is equal to velocity of N with respect to M upon the length Nm. So this will get radians per second. And what is the direction now? Now for getting that angular velocity of N with respect to M, this vector we have to draw N with respect to M, which you must have now got here. This is N with respect to M. So this is not correct, and this is the direction. So N will appear to move in this direction. So if that is the case, then the angular velocity will be like this. Angular velocity of N with respect to M will be this way. So this is anti-clockwise, ACW. We'll write it ACW, anti-clockwise. So the angular velocity of N with respect to M is going to be anti-clockwise like this.